There we go. Thanks, Emily. I'm like, no, I've turned the sound down on the iPad and I've turned the sound down on that, and I forgot to unmute myself. Anyway, welcome. So it gives everyone an opportunity to come on in. So thank you for joining me. So my name is Danielle Micken. I am the Divine Channeler, and I'm here for the next 45 minutes to connect with you. So if you have any questions, or hi Dale, if you have any questions or queries, or you've got your own insights, let's make this a bit more interactive. It's not just about me talking. So I'm all up for any questions that you have whatsoever, and we'll see how we go with that. So I have a couple of feathers in my hat, so to speak. I work in a multitude of ways. Hi, Jack. So if you haven't worked with me before, the channel is probably the most, literally in everything I do, I'm channeling. So whether it be channeling energies through my hands to offer hands-on healing, or whether it be that I'm connecting with earthbound spirits and I'm channeling energies and communicating with them and accessing portals in order to move them to the other side, whether it's a soul guidance session where I'm connecting to people one-on-one and hi Jamie, connecting to them one-on-one and unpacking. So I'll be channeling questions straight from spirit so that we can work together and unpack your stuff and then move into a deep healing. Or whether it's in this space that I'm channeling spirit, or my channeled meditation and spiritual awareness classes. So if you like what happens here, which is really only a tiny little bit, then you may like what I have to offer in the meditation spaces. So they happen on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And if you can't make Thursdays at 6 o'clock, I have a subscription for the month. So you'll just get the meditation in your inbox every Friday, and you'll have access to it for 6 days. So that's an option for you as well. So let's see how everyone is going. Personally, and I was talking to a couple of friends, is that we're waking up in the middle of the night. And that can be challenging, especially if you've got to get up. Hi, Janelle, the next day. For me, I'm waking up at about 4 to 4:30, and I'm quite awake at that time. So that can be a little bit challenging, especially if you want to be asleep. I think last week or the week before I said that I'd gone to bed early and got up early, which meant that I got to see a sunrise. So that was nice. So how's everyone going with their sleeping? My friend was saying that she was up at around 3-ish and it was taking a couple of hours for her. So I do know energetically, and I will pretty much always say it because there is so much for us to do as souls. Energetically, there is always going to be a lot going on. And the current narrative doesn't help us much. So we are processing a lot more of collective energies, and we might find that they are bombarding us. And I've spoke about this, maybe not last week, but I spoke about it the week before, and it just is the constant that comes through from spirit is to make sure that we are even accessing and putting in other layers of protection. So, sometimes spirit have worked with us in the meditation space, and they've woven golden threads of Christ consciousness into the outer layers of our auric field, which was really nice. And we had one the other day that come in, which was, I don't remember the channels very well because I'm not consciously fully conscious. We were working with the divine feminine, I think, and we wove in unconditional love into our energy field. So it's a good idea to be just a little bit more diligent on checking in with your energy, grounding yourself, connecting in with source, and asking for the protection that you need, and specifically for what you want. So if you are finding, and I will talk quite cryptic, if you are finding that the current narrative is very taxing of you, and I am quite taxed by it, but what I find is every time I come back into alignment, I check out from all that stuff, I go for a walk, and I do a meditation or I do a channel like this, that really helps, where it is literally when I see and hear it, it's just like water off a duck's back. So it is, and they're just coming through now, it is crucially important to not waver at this time. And although the days seem dark, it is always the darkest before the dawn. That's what they're saying. So hold strong in your light, okay? Because we will get through this. It doesn't feel like we're making any gains at the moment. It just feels like they're currently tightening the grip, or I hope everyone's getting my cryptic messages. The restrictions are getting tighter and tighter, and it seems like we're being, they're showing me like cattle chutes and sheep chutes, that we're being directed into specific ways, and there's lots of us that don't want to go those ways. And the other thing is to not be in judgment of those that have a varying and different opinion to what you do. There are those souls that have agreed to do whatever they're doing, and then there's other souls that are here to not engage with the narrative. Am I doing well on my cryptic language? Okay. Oh, Janelle, that's terrible. Usually about at 4:30, regardless of what time I go to bed. That doesn't help if you got to bed at 11:30, does it? Dale says, feels like I'm... What are you talking about, Dale? Oh, here we go. Feels like I'm aware all night is what the rest of that says. Oh, there we go. It scrolls. I didn't know that. It's very good. So Janelle's talking about whales and dolphins. So last week in the channel, in the channeled meditation and spiritual awareness classes, we had quite a profound connection and working with the whales and the dolphins. And the dolphins, and it was also connecting into our Lemurian and our galactic connections as well, Atlantean times. And it was a bit of a, once we got there, you could kind of go, pick your own adventure. So you were taken wherever you needed to go. But the energy was an energy that I hadn't channeled before. And I've connected with the dolphins and the whales and the water. And the dolphins are light and full of joy and happy. And the whales, so they were infusing joy into our system. And we went through a big clearing as well with the water first to begin with. And then the whales come in, and that was quite profound. And I feel like the channel was coming from the depths of the whales, because it was slow, it was steady, and the best word is expansive. It was just really big. And they brought in, oh, this is testing me. I just said I don't remember them. They brought in access, because they're record keepers. So they brought in access to your own abilities, okay? Because it's about aligning you with where you're going. So and just kind of bringing them online. So while, we may not all have telepathy and telekinesis and all the rest of it, our abilities are being restored. Okay, we're in another golden age. We're on the beginning of it, and that is unfolding, and we have been given these access to these abilities again in this format, and I'm pretty sure we won't mess it up this time. Emily says, lots of waking during the night. My daughter woke me twice last night at 2:30 and 4:30 to tell me she can't sleep. So I just watched this guy on TikTok, and there's a couple of points, and they're up really high, that one there, and then there's one there, that little, I don't know if you can see, just behind the earring there. And to just rub those points for 30 seconds, because I've got restless leg syndrome, and it's a neurological issue. And what it does is it just tells your brain to calm down. So if you want to rub your daughter's ears or put some lavender on her pillow, or it's hard. These kids are doing so much work as well. So, okay, Jennifer, cryptic is great. Hearing you loud and clear. Excellent. Beautiful. So if no one has any questions, we might check in and see what Spirit has to offer us tonight and go from there. And just check that. So I've just shared it. That's the other thing I want to tell you guys. Over on my other page, Living Wellness and Psychic Expo, I've started, I just want to connect the public back up with our exhibitors, because a lot of our exhibitors offer spaces like, well, I'm one of them, so you can follow me on YouTube and you can get meditations there, and repeats of this as well. Lots of other people have got their own content on YouTube, TikTok. They might have groups that you can join that are all about uplifting you and supporting you, as well as all their services as well. So I decided a couple of weeks ago to just start posting about these guys and what they have to offer. This is streaming, I hope, to Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. I'll just double check. Because, yes, it is beautiful. Because we miss these events. These events are more than us just, putting on an event for a day. A lot of us are, it's a community. It's a really beautiful community of like-minded souls that are here to be of service to humanity and a service to spirit. Like that's our calling. That's what we love to do. So it's much more than going somewhere and earning money. It's about connecting with people and helping people on their journey. So, that's why I wanted to connect everyone back up together, because lots of us are working, and had to really adapt our work in order, because everything's just haywire, as you all know. So, hi, Peter. Emily says that her daughter loves an ear rub. She'll be pleased with that. There you go. So, yeah, I just found this guy randomly and just thought, I'll give that a go. And I did find that I tossed and turned a lot less, because restless leg syndrome isn't just, your legs, having to move your legs. I find that I toss and turn all night, so I get quite a disturbed sleep. But anyway, alrighty. So just open your bodies. Make sure your arms aren't crossed, your legs aren't crossed. Make sure that You've minimized any noise so that you can be ready to receive. We've got lots of, that's a bit of speck of dust, but everything else that I'm seeing is definitely not dust, because I can see that between the light there and me and the screen. So, and we'll see who wants to come in, and we'll see what they would like to share with you guys. Remember that it is an energetic transmission. So we meaning spirit and I, are with you. You're not just, we're here and you're there. We're with you. Okay. So you will be receiving it on a deep cellular level and a soul level. The information, but also the healing energies that are with that message. Okay, so be open, be really open to receive that. Okay. And just give me a second and I will unwind myself. Okay. Welcome. We are pleased. We are excited to be with you. We wish to take you on a journey that will take you deep inside yourself, beyond the layers, beyond the blocks, to the very core of who you are. So invite your team, all of your guides and guardians, invite them into the space. Ask them to surround you, to hold you and support you. And feel the love, feel their frequency, feel their transmission, and begin to open up your breathing, to invite the light into your body. And that anything that you are carrying, any stress or tension, any cords or threads, to just surrender them into the light now, to unshackle to unburden yourself. And you may have to repeat this as you find more that is tying you down, more that is weighing you down. And as you release them, you become lighter, so very light. And we collectively are the divine feminine, and we embrace you in our love, in our light, and feel us embrace you as our energy merges with yours. And we ask that you release any fear around loving or being loved, to give it to us. You may see yourself hand it to us, or you may just see it leaving the body. Allowing all the fear to rise up and to be completely dissolved in the light of love. And the journey, dear one, is always an inward journey. It is always one that you must partake. Another cannot walk the path. So we would like, if you could focus upon your heart, to see in your mind's eye, or to feel if there are any barricades, any doors, any walls that are symbolic of the hurts that are trapped behind, or that you are pushing out. And then we will transmit a surge of light into those spaces. See the doors open and the barricades and the walls crumble as we move deeper into your heart. And maybe there is the child within that is hurting, the inner child sitting in your heart. The inner child just wants to be heard and seen and loved. So as you offer that for your inner child, we will send a surge of love. See your inner child being embraced and wrapped up in this love. That the inner child is soothed and comforted, that it is feeling peace, security, is feeling loved and lovable. And you can now receive more light into your heart. It doesn't feel as heavy. And as you look deep within your heart, see a flame burning within. Your own flame of love and light. And it may just be a small flame, a flicker. But as you acknowledge your light, it grows. As you acknowledge who you are, you expand. So we would like to send another surge of light into the flame within your heart. As you breathe in, we will transmit as we send you pure love into your heart, into the light within. And as it reaches your light, it merges and it expands. As you acknowledge your brilliance, acknowledge your power, acknowledge your strength in that light and the love. And then in your mind's eye, sense or see all the other people upon the planet that are embracing their light, that are standing in their power, in their truth, and that you are all surrounded by a greater field of light, that we are with you, that we are protecting you. And see how brilliant, how magnificent you all are. See the unity as your light combines, forming a field of light around the planet, connected to our love, connected to Source, and connected to the earth. That you are divinely where you are meant to be. that your choice to stand in your light and in your sovereignty your choice to stand in your truth is to be you. And we support you. And see now that each and every one of you, that the light around you slightly thickens, forming a protective layer. That the heaviness, that the troubles, that the fear cannot penetrate. And we ask that you bring your awareness into this field of light around you every single day and intend it that all the fear, all the worry, all the negativity cannot penetrate. That your heart is shining brightly, that you are shining brightly, and that there are many of us that are shining brightly, and we stand together. You are not alone, and you never have been. Take strength in that, dear one. Take strength in your ability, in your choices. And when you need assistance, ask for it. We are here. We are all here to serve you. And bring your expanded light now. Draw it into your heart. As you gently bring yourself back. Back into the breath. Back into the body. Just becoming aware of the noises inside and outside. Just becoming aware of where your body is sitting. Just taking a couple of deep breaths. Just stretching, wriggling your hands and feet. And just bringing your energy all the way back in. All the way back into your heart. Back into your physicality. Coming all the way back. Taking a deep breath. Having a stretch. When you're ready, opening your eyes. Oh, that was intense. So I had a drippy eye, like a tear, just one single tear, which that quite often I do get a watery eye, but it's obviously gotten into my makeup and now my eye's sore. So it's been nice not wearing makeup for so long. So excuse me while my eye does whatever it needs to do. Okay, how are we going? How are we feeling? I know I feel better, and getting that visual of all of us that are standing in our truth and our sovereignty, and standing up for what we believe. It's really nice to get that visual, or I did. I got a visual of all the souls that are doing the same thing, and that we are just, spotted over the planet, and seeing us all unite, the light unite, and connect together was quite beautiful and uplifting, because it can feel like we're doing this by ourselves, and especially if we're getting, the barrage of energy, and we're feeling a little bit bombarded, and it's taxing of us. It's nice to know that, there's a big part of humanity that is there doing it with you. So yeah, so let me know how you went, how you going. Eyes still leaking. Nose is leaking. I'd love some feedback to see how you are, how you're feeling, if you saw anything, if you felt anything. Yeah. Okay, Emily, thank you. That group vision lit up was special. Yeah. Oh, her left eye was a bit watery too. Okay, cool. In unison. Yeah, it was special. And if anyone saw that, the way I saw, or that I was being shown that protective layer, it was like all the gold just become a little bit thicker. And it was like we were almost, the light can go in and out. It's not like it's thick, dense. It's still light. It's still etheric. And it just meant that I saw anything that was coming there just literally slipping off, and it just couldn't stick to our energy field anymore, which was great. Okay, Dale, that was great. Danielle, I saw a dragon, an Aboriginal spiritual team, and the Lemurians. They melted into the dragon. Now we have more protection. Beautiful. Yeah, so instead of kind of connecting into the collective of the narrative, or the narrative of the collective, like, because there's the majority of people are following suit for that narrative, to know that and connect in with us, where we've just been, to find strength and find support. So, oh, here we go. It's a running theme. This is great. It's not just me. Extremely, not that you're extremely emotional, but extremely emotional with two leaking eyes. Have been emotional all day from the density. And I was speaking to a friend, and she was speaking to someone else, and she'd said the same thing, that she just had all these emotions, and she just had to have a cry. And that's okay, even if you're processing for yourself, or you're processing for the collective or your family, that it is a release. So it's not that you have to go and meditate or get in the bath. Crying is the best, probably, the best release that you could probably have, really. It's an instant out of your body. Okay, so that's really good. That was lovely. So thank you to everyone who has joined and who comes back. I really appreciate it. If you do want to check out my meditations, jump on my YouTube channel. It is Danielle Micken, the Divine Channeler, and there's a number of meditations on there ready for you to go, of varying things. So I'm going through my catalogue and putting them up. Jenny says that was a great reinforcement of solidarity. It was like we lit up the space. Yes, I saw that too. It was like all the dots and then the dots all linked up with light, and then it just formed this force field around the planet. It was like we lit up the space as though there was nothing but golden white light surrounding us. That's exactly what I saw. So thank you. That was beautiful. So yes, if you want to join a class, classes are on Thursday. If you can't join a class, then I have a monthly subscription so that you don't miss out. If you would like one-on-one, then you can hit me up for a soul guidance session. Now, I can never tell what's going to happen in any of those things because it is governed and directed by your higher self and what is needed. It is always good to come in with an intention of what it is you would like to clear as we work together to unpack it. But Spirit will quite often, I can't tell you what we'll be doing because it's the same as this. I didn't know who I was channeling, and I just jumped in and I was speaking to a friend saying, I'm not going to have any topic tonight. I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. So they're just getting me more and more comfortable. And house clearings, if you've got any activity, paranormal activity in your house or on your land, I can facilitate clearings online. It just, we set up a Zoom session and I get to connect with you and talk you through exactly what I'm seeing and sensing. And then that way you're quite involved in the process as well, which is really good because we anchor the light and we put in pillars of light to form a energetic boundary, so that once everything's cleared, then you have been a part of instilling that, and then you can connect into it and add more light to it and check in on it. And it's just a really nice way to work, to kind of have you there doing and feeling and seeing and experiencing as well. So I will be back next Monday at 8 o'clock. You can catch me here on this channel or over on YouTube or on Living Wellness and Psychic Expo, because I'll continue to stream over there. So take care of each other and look after yourselves as well. It's incredibly important that you take the time and energy to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'm guilty of Netflix and eating low vibrational food, but I'm currently on a bit of a different train at the moment. So don't punish yourself over where you've been or what you've done. Just, continue to work on being the best version that you can possibly be. And that's all you have to do. Okay. So thank you so much. Have a great night. And I appreciate you being here. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday at 8 o'clock. Take care, guys.